Porsche City. So last week, we installed an intake box, an exhaust, and a flash from our access port, all thanks to Cobb. Now this week, we're gonna be talking about suspension, braking mods, and some nice new wheels to go on our ride, because it's all about looking good while going fast. Okay guys, so I already installed my coilovers. I know, I didn't put it in the video, but I just installed my coilovers on my race car, which these are very similar to those coilovers. These are a Type 25 inverted coilover by Man Engineering. These are not your just run-of-the-mill, buy off the shelf. They're a little bit more customizable from that. At Man Engineering, they will give you the spring rates that you want, valving that you're looking for your setup. They're very customizable and do recommend. I do recommend that you get this bolt right here completely tight. If not, you're gonna have some loud clanking going on from the top of the strut tower area. I only know this from experience. And now on to braking mods. The first thing I'm gonna tell you is to stop. Yes, stop thinking that you need a big brake kit, because you don't need it. Thanks to our friends over at Stop Tech, they've hooked us up with fantastic options that are not only streetable, but trackable all in the same package. First up, we have our rotors. These are centric high carbon rotors, and the way that they're made, the metallurgy that goes into these rotors are pretty awesome. They're actually made for two uses. One is high performance driving, which is what we're after. And secondly, they're actually good for street use. The way that they're made actually helps reduce pad squeal, which is fantastic because I know if I drive around with my race car on the street, I can't stand the brakes. So this makes daily driving these not so bad. So next up we have our brake pads. We are gonna use the Sport brake pad on the STI. And I would say something super cool about this brake pad, but Stop Tech hit the nail on the head right back here. And I'll read it to you exactly what they say. It's Stop Tech Sport brake pads are engineered to meet the demands of high performance driving situations while maintaining their ability to work in normal driving conditions. Boom! And you know what? Stop Tech's so cool that they want you to brake late and finish first. And just for the record, Carl uses these on his car. We got our Stop Tech brake pads and rotors installed. Now it's time to bed them in. And yes, I'm gonna have you along here with me. I have my helmet on with a GoPro attached to my helmet. So now if you plan on bedding in your brakes, there is a specific way to do this. You need to get up to about 50 miles an hour, slow down to 10 miles an hour, and do that about 15 times. But you don't want to stop in between, so don't get stopped at like a stoplight or something or get behind some traffic. Now I live in town, so I had to drive about 15 minutes to find an open road where I could do that. Man, those stock brake pads were terrible. These are gonna rock at the track this weekend. Carl, are you excited to put the wheels on? Come on, Carl. Come here. Now to get to some of my favorite racetracks in Southern California, it's kind of a haul from Phoenix, and I don't necessarily wanna drive all the way there on my track tires, because they're expensive. So I decided to get another set of wheels. And I went with the Cosmos Racing R1s. They're 18 by 9.5 with an offset of plus 35. Let's see if they're gonna fit. When deciding on a wheel size, I wanted to pick something that would be versatile for me, that would both fit my track tires and my street tires. So let's face it guys, picking an offset can really be difficult. If you pick something that's way too high, it's gonna look super sunk. And if you get something that's too low, you're gonna be rubbing all the time. So I went with a plus 35 offset on my wheels. I wanted something that would give it a nice fitment, but yet not rub in the corners at high speeds. Okay, so I'm gonna take a moment and I'm gonna blab about myself a little bit. But I've been working on something for a couple of weeks, and I've been working with Moto Lyric on doing a hashtag Team Sally shirt. That's right, my race car is gonna be on a t-shirt. And that is something that I've wanted for a really long time, and it's actually coming together. It's actually able to be pre-ordered right now on motolyric.com. I'm super stoked. Go check it out. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, we're out here at SP Engineering today checking out some of their awesome GTRs. They're one of the largest GTR tuners in the United States. They have a couple of cool GTRs here. One is actually a shift sector car, and several years ago, I think this guy actually flipped this car actually at an event. And this one is owned by the same guy. It's his daily driver. Just an Nismo GTR, no big deal. We are at BBI, and can I say Porsche City? Super awesome. Thanks everybody for watching this week's vlog. I hope I answered all your questions or maybe some good recommendations for parts for your car. This weekend, we're gonna be heading to Buttonwillow Raceway with some of the Hoonigan peeps, and I'm gonna try to do a sub 2 in Project Daily. Now, if that doesn't happen, as long as I beat Vinny, I'll consider it a win. See you next time. Carl says bye, friends.